Hi, I'm Brad Sweezy, Vice President and co-founder of PR for Lawyers, producing results for lawyers. Today, I want to talk to you about 3 SEO mistakes that are costing you visitors. First, let's look at why is SEO important. Search engine optimization obviously is an important thing. There's probably not an attorney out there who has not heard of how important search engine optimization is, and it is important. What's even more important is local search engine optimization, because typically when somebody's looking for something, Google is going to match them with the subject matter that matches them, as well as the proximity to it. So it's an important component of what you do. It's not going to be the only thing that you do to get the traffic to your website, because it's very difficult. It's very time consuming, and Google's changing their algorithms all the time. And so it's a constant battle. So it's certainly not something you can just do once and forget about. First mistake is having non-HTTPS links for Chrome. A lot of people are using the Chrome browser now. I don't know the exact figure off the top of my head, but Google Chrome is definitely interested in driving to secure links, etc. So you may have a secure website, but you might not necessarily have secure links. So you got to go through and look at everything and make sure they're HTTPS. So that's important. Whatever you do now, you always have to look at what is it going to do with a Google Chrome browser, an Android phone, etc. You might use Macs, or you might use Apple products and the iPhones, etc. But you have to remember that size-wise, Google Chrome and Android devices are just as important. So you have to take a look at that, because if you don't, you risk losing traffic. Second mistake is not using Google Analytics to see what converts. Google Analytics is a very important tool that a lot of companies and websites and law firms don't necessarily take advantage of. And if you look into Google Analytics, and I can see, if you told me your website, I can see whether or not you have Google Analytics on it. I can also see if you're doing Google Ads as well. So if you have Google Analytics on your site, chances are the person who did your website put that on there. But the big question is, have you ever looked at it? Has anyone ever looked at it? Because there's a wealth of data in there that you can use to adjust what you're doing on the web. So it's very important that you have Google Analytics, and more importantly, you've got to use it. That's the key. You could set up everything yourself one weekend or whatever, or a month. The problem is, unless you analyze the data, you're wasting a lot of time and energy. And too many businesses out there, all they're focusing on is, all right, driving, visitors, etc. But no one is taking the step back and going, let me look at the data. What is the data telling me? And that's one of the things that we do, is we look at the data, because the data drives what we're going to decide to do. Mistake number 3 is not creating link-worthy content. You want to have content that is substantive, right? You don't want to have content that is just garbage, trying to drive different links to different websites out there. Don't do garbage links. You want link-worthy content, because the more your content is substantive, the more you can get backlinks to it from reputable websites. Trust me, there are a lot of very bad websites out there. Will give you links all over the place, but those aren't actually hurting you. They're helping you. They're hurting you. So you really want to focus on delivering content. If your law practice is about expertise and delivering great legal advice, then your content and your website should reflect that same impression. So everything's got to be linked together. Your brand, your SEO, if you do pay-per-click, any other marketing you do, everything should be linked together and say, look, this is quality, because Google wants quality. Google wants, if someone's looking for X, they want to see X on the website that meets what that person is looking for. And the more you can do that, the better off you're going to be. In review, don't use HTTPS, non-HTTPS links, the old HTTP, especially with Chrome. Just don't use it. Forget Chrome, just don't use it. You've got to use Google Analytics. So if you don't use Google Analytics for conversions and seeing what's going on, you're making a big mistake. and not creating link-worthy content, which I just talked about. We'll give you a free SEO report. If you contact us here, you can give me a call or email me. You'll see this on the website and have a link there. We can start with that. But if you want a 30-minute consultation, we can certainly do that and go over some things and might be able to help you. Okay, well, thank you. Have a good day.